We went down to try to find Manor Communities Development. We looked all around. We went to when we were looking for 541, we asked a lot of companies, and we just couldn't find it. And then I looked on 21st Century. I said, there's 541. There it is. So we walked in, and we asked a nice receptionist, and she went down the hall, and she said, we can speak over on this phone. I guess that's where they sign their contracts for real estate. So we talked to a person. I didn't. I had my friend who's out here talk to Larry Osborn. I didn't realize he was a realtor, and I met him before the meeting here tonight. But she asked him, she had read some of that 25 contract, and when she looked up Manor, did a lot of reading, last-minute reading. We're all kind of rush. But in the process, what was disappointing, she was very courteous, but unfortunately, Mr. Osborn was not. And that just gives me another cringe. Why would we not be courteous to something that we believe in? For instance, how long have you been at this address? And he answered, because I was listening to the conversation in the room, he says, check with the state, very, very rudely. I thought it was rude. And then she asked him a couple other questions. Then she got down to one about, on your website, it says that products and servings and services are designed for use for U.S. Department of Defense. Now, unfortunately, on that, and I overheard the conversation quote, it says, he said, at this point, he said, this phone call needs to cease, and he hung up. Now, see, these are the kind of things that make me wonder about, are we heading in the right direction, or should we just slow down and really get a lot of information before making a decision? Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Frick.
I would like to see some jobs that are $30 to $50 an hour in this tech field come up. Now, did any of them go to Winco and say, hey, how come you didn't tell us you were coming to town and that you were working with the Morrisons on that site? Did they go to Home Depot and ask Home Depot, hey, how come you didn't do the transparency and tell us that you were coming to our town? Dang, that is just really wrong of you. This guy is the best airport manager that I have ever spoken to in my life, and I'll put my real estate license of 36 years on the line for it. Larry Graves is an intelligent, brave man to do what he's done and bring this to you. You've got great attorneys that work for you in your department already that have vetted this. They have had their attorneys vet it, and by God, if I hear much more from these negative Nancys that live around me and stuff, I'm going to say, hey, maybe I ought to move to Idaho. Thank you.